Hi guys, it's Dave. How are you? Hey, thank you for such a beautiful weekend. I really enjoyed that. It was gorgeous. Um, Wonderful to meet all your new men. I've got a very short video for you guys today to actually just remind you of all the steps that we've been through. So gentlemen, today is the day that you take the catkins out of the plastic bags and lay them out on a table. You might like to get maybe a cardboard box and actually line the table with that and tape it to the table so that they don't fall off. You're looking for a dry place, a little bit warm, not too warm, somewhere where it has no wind to kind of blow it away and lose your pollen, because most of the pollen that you're going to get for this year is in that stash, and we don't want it to go mouldy. We had some men that left in the bags and went mouldy over the last series of years, and they lost their year's worth of pine pollen stash. So, like myself, take it out of the bags, place it out on the table, let it dry out for a couple of days. The already highly processed catkins, they really should take a day. You know, the already cut catkins, and then the newly cut catkins that have still got the pine needles on them, they will take probably about 2 to 3 days, and they'll lose the vast majority of their pollen. When you're actually processing it, like I said, you're really only running it around the sieve for about 30 seconds with your fist at the bottom of it to really press as much pressure as you can out so that you're getting the dusty golden goodness out of it. And then hopefully you all took some voile home. I assigned you all some voile to actually line your sieve with, and that's where you're going to do it over a bowl. Once you've actually got the pollen out of the bowl and you've got it completely separated, that's where you're going to get that and place it into a separate container, a good clean container, and you're going to pop that into the freezer. That will preserve it for as long as you need it, all year if you need to. The tincture is where you make up 1/3 pine pollen, 1/3 either your spirit or apple cider vinegar or mead or whatever you're actually using the alcohol for. If you're using an alcohol, then a spirit is much more preferable than anything else. It'll really extract and break down and preserve the pollen incredibly well. With the tincture, what I'd like you to do is leave it somewhere where you know you're going to shake it every day. If anything, for the first 14 to 21 days, shake it once a day, every day. What that'll do is it'll form into kind of like a membrane-like substance, and the shaking of it will actually break apart the pollen even more and make it more bioavailable. As I said to you guys on the day, it'll make it about 10 times stronger than the pollen itself. But I've known to start mine on the first day and feeling the effects from the first day. But it'll just keep getting stronger. The more you shake it, the more processed it is. And don't worry, it's completely preserved outside of the freezer. For you guys who are actually going to go through the month-long challenge of giving yourself the pollen every day, congratulations. Welcome to this beginner's level of pine pollen taking. It can't do you any harm. It's really healthy for you, as I spelled out on the day. Rarely we've found a contraindication, but literally just shake it every day, take it every day. One of the best things I want you to do is find out your dose. Like I said, start with 5 mils for the first 3 days, work up to 1 mil, work up to 1.5 mils, and then for 3 days, and then actually take 2 mils. See where you plateau, see where you find your even keel. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you on the results. I'll set up a Facebook group so we can share those. On timing of the day, it's really up to yourself. I'd really love to actually see where you guys sit. So if anything, it's fine to take first thing in the morning, like even pre-meditation. First thing in the morning is beautiful. It gives that beautiful focus to whatever you're meditating on. Second to that, you might like to take it after breakfast, or might take it with your meals. You might take it once a day. You might take it 3 times a day. Who knows? You might take it last thing at night for the regenerative effect for the sexual organs. So in that, what I'd like you to do is, number one, find your dose. And number two, I'd like you to actually find out what time of the day is best for yourself to take. A slow dip in the afternoon, try that. If you find a tiredness after work, try then. I really worked out this weekend that it was around that amount, like 9 to 12 people is probably about the best that I can host. And that was just really beautiful. I had enough time to chat to you all individually and to actually keep us to schedule and to keep us on time. Yeah, that was a really beautiful weekend with you, man. Thank you so kindly for those guys who rocked up. If you've got any friends that want to come next weekend, we're about half full. So tell your friends about it if you're interested in inviting other people along. So like I said to you guys on the day, after about 4 to 6 weeks of taking the tincture, that's where you stop it. And you give yourself a break for maybe 3 weeks to a month, and then you take it irregularly. What that means is if you've got a busy week coming up, you're welcome to take it all week. If you've got actually a dirty weekend in, or if you've got actually a day of lecture that you need to stay focused for, you take it for those days. The 4 to 6 weeks is to actually start yourself up and regenerate your organs. But then after that, it is to make sure that you've got a continual maintenance of your being. Enjoy. If any of you guys took any photo or video for the day, I'd love you to send it to me at thepotentmen@gmail.com. It'd be really good to actually see what you guys captured for the day. Of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, please send through to me. I'm available at thepotentmen@gmail.com. I've given you my phone numbers, so you're welcome to always give me a call. And I'm looking forward to your results, gentlemen. That was such a beautiful weekend. I really enjoyed that. It was a pleasure to host you guys. Keep in touch. Loads of love, men.